see if he gets back to it in case he has more people to engage.
So I have time to escape, is what you're saying.
I would lose more respect to you if you escape. Just saying.
I'm cool with that. How much
I
respect do
think
you
I
have
spent
for
my whole
yourself?
week studying and playing Pokemon.
That was like the most beautiful week ever.
Studying and playing Pokemon. Are you
Cool.
trying to understand
Hey, where's
what
Girl
the
Chris?
Pokemon games?
Girl
By the
Chris
time
is
you
in the
get to
game
like
room.
the fifth
watching
or
stuff.
sixth, you know,
Did you say watching
you're
snuff?
Oh,
I'm sure she would watch stuff in the game.
I was worried.
That's something that I wouldn't put past you.
Alright guys, we're about to get started. Jane,
sorry.
welcome to another wonderful Digital Designers Guild meeting. Also,
Yay!
so last one.
Oh my god.
God, Chris, what did you
That's
do?
it. That's it. There it goes.
That was me.
There it goes.
I was playing with the volume.
It's probably our last meeting of the year. Probably.
This is the last open meeting of the year.
Yep, last open meeting of the year. So this is a touching moment for us.
Tears.
Tears.
Streaming down my
Tears
face.
of joy.
We're invisible.
Some
Why?
stuff. Thank you. Some stuff we're going to talk about today. We wanted to take a few minutes to talk about Biggs and what you guys thought about it. So yeah, let's start with that very general question. What did you guys think of the Baltimore Antenna Game Seminar? Who here went at all? Excellent, thank you.
Everybody.
That's great. So, what were some things that you liked about the event? And Gigi and James cannot say that they liked it because they won money.
And congratulations.
Oh yeah, congratulations to. Oh, Wesley?
That general UV students actually came through the area several times, because I remember last semester it was almost entirely nothing but the people who were working there and occasionally one or two staff members.
Cool. John, Steve?
I like that classes are forced to come and attend.
That's good. And we try to do more of that.
Yeah.
To persuade people, unfortunately. Yes, Jenny?
I like that it was like it's an all-day event so that people who have classes during a small period of time can still come.
Okay. Any other positive comments in that? Oh, okay, August.
I thought the alumni panel was probably the most useful thing I've heard on this campus in the last 2 years.
Cool. Useful. I like that adjective, useful. All right, so you guys that were there, everyone, what are some, John, Steve, you don't even know what I'm asking.
You already
say
know
negative
what you're
things.
saying.
Huh?
The opposite of positive, right? Things like to change.
What are some things that we could improve for next year's seminar? Starting with Brian.
It would like get more people, get more people to, to see the content and see the work people do.
Okay. Get some more traffic. I think that'll be a little easier next year once we have a captive audience of people living on campus. So, hopefully it will be. All right, who's next? Not John, Steve still. He's being punished. August, go ahead.
I like Child's Play charity, but I felt it was really inappropriate to have it during the event because then people would come to the event and then just go there and play video games the entire day, and then instead of actually getting the message of what the event was about, it was a distraction.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else have anything insightful to say? John?
I think the layout could use some work,
The layout?
or just where we have events, I guess. Just because it seemed like a lot of the rooms were hidden, but it's not our fault tomorrow. Just, I guess where it was.
Yeah, and it's kind of difficult running kind of a convention-y sort of event on this campus because there aren't a lot of open spaces.
Right.
Next year, I think it's going to be a little more streamlined. Having two things going on at the same time was kind of useless because then we were just splitting up the people that were there. So having two of those like presentations and workshops and stuff going on at the same time, I think we're going to change that next year. Instead of having them be an hour and a half time slot, we're just going to have 45-minute time slots because nobody used up the whole time slot. So I'm like, screw it, 45 minutes, and then we can just do 6 of them back to back, even with 15-minute intervals in between. Yes?
I think we could also have more flashy, just those
brochures.
Yeah, maybe have like a picture of like the name or just of the team or something.
Yeah, there's something we could do next year. It's called planning for that, like more than 2 months in advance of the conference. I know, right? Thankfully,
We did all the planning like 4 or 5 months in advance, and then we forgot most of what we planned.
I mean, we planned out the contest, but we didn't decide we
We
could
have
have a
like a
seminar.
whole list
until-
of everything.
Okay,
We didn't-
Not like not the seminar stuff, I mean all the other.
guys.
Oh yeah, that stuff is fun.
Focus.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Club club.
like a direct sort of, a concerted effort to plan all of the event and not just parts of the event. So yeah, that would pull us up.
I want to start advertising for next year's indie game contest like tomorrow, maybe next week.
I think we should do it. We should do it earlier, but we should probably do it in like the first week of school.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do have the representative in our capstone class for next year. So he can drop.
I will assassinate them all.
So he can drop the news on them, and of course highlight the $1,000 fantastic prize, which our lovely team is enjoying with such things
Thanks, Chris.
as Green Lantern rings, Hulk, or not Hulk, Nerf,
Rugrats.
Nerfax, Rugrats
Hey, Arnold.
DVDs,
Not enough magic.
Daytel cheat systems for the newly acquired 3DSs,
Can you have name one thing I got yet?
and Devil May Cry collections. Yes, Jamie.
Okay, wow, I totally lost my thing. Okay, so, first secrets,
Advertise early.
advertise early. We should start talking about the event in the fall. So when we have these freshmen here, to get them to start thinking about, oh, you guys should think about doing a game. And then, secondly, try to get others, universities involved. Could we try and do that?
There are some mixed feelings about the other universities thing. I understand the appeal. I'm on the other side of it because I feel like I understand the appeal of bringing in other universities, but it's a distinctly UB thing right now, and I don't know. It is.
Or at least we send out precedents to the universities, other universities or other colleges around us, and be able to get some of our students involved to help us and, or co-host. And then, like, a MICA student could come in and actually do a workshop instead of just,
Well, that's another thing about planning. It was like a month and a half before we were doing it, and we were like, hey guys, we have a whiteboard up here. What kind of events do you want to do with the thing? I mean, that went well, but it would have been better to do it a little earlier. Yes. Greg?
Yeah, and also we could advertise it a little bit better because although we did have a website, it was really well done, but not enough people saw it, and not enough people were actually looking forward to the event. So there has to be something done with
Well, something positive I can say about the website really quickly. I do have access to the tracking information. We received more than 1,000 unique hits over the course of the week and a half when the website was up and running. And part of that might have been because of Baltimore Gamer hosting the press release on their website. But also a surprising amount of it was from the QR code thing on the poster. And I was really surprised because I know people don't give a shit about anything. So,
So why didn't those people come?
I know, exactly. That's, but yeah, the website, just so you guys know, was, I guess, relatively successful, considering it was only up for a week and a half.
I kind of have a two-part thing along with that. One, are we going to use the same website for next year?
Yes.
And two, what did you all think of the poster that was around, like the helmet and the fancy things and the QR code? I'm going to ask for someone else's opinion before I get yours over.
Someone other than James.
Yeah, someone other than
James.
Talking about the poster that you showed me, Chris?
Yeah, the poster had the QR code and the helmet on it.
I definitely liked it just for the fact that to me it seemed like it reflected the themes really well. Like even though it didn't actually say like heroes, legend, and decline.
It did actually say it on there.
It did?
it was
It's
just a
the
really
font
fun.
is really illegible though.
I just thought the little QR code was a little too big. I didn't think if it had to be that big, then, you know, it had to be.
I mean, it doesn't have to be that big.
Yeah.
Gigi?
Where it said the Baltimore Game Seminar, it was written in Old English,
Yeah.
but Old English is a little hard on the eyes. And
Okay.
I think that, like, you can't really read it from far away, so.
Chris?
I like the button that.
You like the button?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Is
button.
that had
The
the
button
QR
was
code?
cool.
Don't boost his ego.
What? The button? I think the button's a very good idea. And you know what? I was in the math studio today and I saw somebody wearing the damn button. on their
Actually, I
backpack.
took that button and I wore it around New York and they were like, can I get the QR code on it?
Really?
Yeah.
Fancy. Cool. Jamie, is that what you wanted to say or is there something else?
Oh, no, that's what I wanted to say.
August?
Besides the issues that everyone else pointed out, the one thing that struck me the most as I like the whole where the person was trying to go with it, but the one thing that unsettled me was that several of those images were copied. And you can't copy things in the actual game contest, so why would he copy images for a poster?
Alan? I wasn't supervising the poster. I just asked
No,
him.
no one really did.
Yeah, we were just like, make a poster, Alex. And then, although he did claim that he made the images himself.
No, he drew it out. He didn't
Yeah,
draw
it was a copy of something from World of Warcraft, like almost an exact copy.
So he basically drew something.
He basically drew something from somewhere else and posted it on.
You may have traced it.
Yeah.
That's probably what the Illustrator thing to do. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty, but not terribly useful, and I think it's a good, like, poster number 3, if we have a poster number 1 and a poster number 2, you know. It's a good alternative, so you don't want to put the same thing up, we may or may not want to put the same thing everywhere. And I think we need a primary poster that is much more functional. You know, it gets you look at it in 4 seconds, you can say, this is exactly what this event is, and I want to go to it.
Jamie, last comment about the poster.
I feel that we need to get more people who draw and method involved into making a poster, because if we want it to where we're using characters that are created, it'll be nice to have it created from the people in our members.
Cool.
It'd be really cool if the posters could be like the characters or something from the winning games.
From the last year.
From what?
Yeah.
For the last few years.
Right, yeah.
I could do that.
That sounds awesome.
No, just have a
So you need
poster.
to draw a spaceship, a
Blah.
tank.
Over.
Yeah, just.
It was an
have a
orc.
poster.
I'm sorry, I got a mixed
So,
up.
I mean, I think that'd be a good, like,
Come in.
okay, let's bring it down a notch. I think that would be a good idea for like our first poster next year to draw attention to like the contest part of it. But the seminar, I think, should have like a unique poster every year, unique elements on it.
Okay.
But once again, more planning.
We could use the characters or something, the theme from the old games to be posted on our website as like a banner or something. But every time we have a new theme, that the poster needs to reflect the theme.
Yeah, I think. So any other comments about what we can improve outside of advertising and the Child's Play charity which we were talking about?
One thing that we've been talking about, that we got a lot of comments on from the judges and other people, is about the themes. We're kind of limiting and made it so a lot of people didn't want to participate.
Yeah, next year we may be doing away with the themes altogether or limiting it to just one theme. And that theme will be something design-based rather than, something thematic like heroes and stuff.
I think that's a good idea.
So something more design-oriented that leaves the door open for lots of different games. Something pretty general, probably. Like maybe experimental design or retro game was something that I brought up in the officer meeting last week. So there are a couple different things that we might be doing. What do you guys think about the idea of doing away with the more thematic elements in exchange for like a design-based theme?
I think that's good.
Yeah, allows more participation.
Gives more people a lot more opportunity to explore parts that are unknown to them.
Okay.
Like purple, your name.
Purple's not gonna be our theme.
We just have a color theme, just
Javon?
If we're gonna make it any more broad, I think we should have like some type of limits, so we don't like have a whole bunch of people like going beyond what the original design was. Like we had like a original theme like hero or something like that, but since we're getting away off all of that, we shouldn't have like a whole bunch of people like going some warriors, some space people or something like that, 'cause it has nothing to do with it. Like have some limits on it, or some like forbidden things. What are you doing?
Or clarification of the theme, so you say the theme and the description of the theme,
Yeah.
Okay,
so that if people know what to do.
alright, great.
But then again, that would discourage interpretation. Like if you have a description of the theme, they won't be able to interpret it for themselves. So, and that will discourage variety in gaming. So I guess you can
It is a
limit it
fine
to one,
line.
but a
If we give
description.
them supplements and stuff, they can't be too direct.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any other suggestions for things we can do differently next year?
This goes back to like for the introducing the freshmen, but would it be possible for us to like make copies of the digital game, that way they could like see like here's a sample, what one or
Yeah.
something?
That's another thing I want to talk about. Anybody that participated, whether you made a digital or a non-digital game, could we get either a copy of your executable file, and we will host it on the Baltimore Independent Game Seminar website in like an archive kind of thing?
Okay.
Yep, swank. And if you made a non-digital game, I know it's a little more work than just giving me an executable, but if you want to make a paper version, just a printout sort of version, and a written list of your rules, we can host that on the site as well.
You get royalties for that.
No, you don't get royalties. We're not selling them.
Every time someone downloads it,
You get a published venue, is what it is. Sure, it's a published venue, but we're not going to be selling them, so there won't be any royalties or anything. It'll just be a place for you to display your work.
And that way, whenever we talk to employers, we have our resume and say, you can find a game that I.
Yeah.
even if we want some QR codes to those games also.
Fuck you. Any other comments about, oh, Chris, you had a comment.
I was just gonna say, just make sure, like I know on the brochure, some of the rooms were listed wrong.
Oh, yeah, and I apologize for that. There was just a mix-up with the website. It was, once again, made very quickly. So we all done talking about bigs? Everyone excited for it next year?
Yay! Who's gonna participate next year?
Excellent. Wow, I like all the hands.
I'll be participating next year. Who wants to be on my team?
Yeah, we're getting rid of a rule that exempts people that made the rules. They can't participate.
Yeah, we're not doing, that was just to prevent people from taking advantage.
Yeah, so we're just gonna do it.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
Me and Chris, A team.
We're not gonna be on the team, probably.
Team 0.
Probably not, but.
Independent.
So we'll. Okay. Anyway, moving on. You may have noticed behind me a big whiteboard with nothing on it, except for some core events that we do every year. You see, the way that funding is going to work next year is that we have to ask for money entirely up front for the entire year.
Wait, what?
That's true.
Who made this decision?
Stephen Shirley made that decision, and that's the decision that we have to abide by. So,
I know where you live. Don't be a douche!
Okay, so first of all, quick update, we're getting summer funding, so we'll be hosting a small event over the summer, a Magic the Gathering draft tournament. I do not know how many of you are interested in such an event, but we are holding it anyway.
For those of you who don't know what a draft is, does anyone here ever play a card game before, where you have to buy the cards and do all that, like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, any of that? So essentially, you know those big cases full of the booster packs? We buy one of those cases, and then you get free cards to make a deck, and then using those free cards, you play other people with those decks.
So it's like a deck that you're unfamiliar with, but you're...
Yeah, and then whoever wins gets first place gets 3 extra booster packs, second place gets 2 extra booster packs, and third gets 1.
Okay.
So in other words, you get free cards to play for more free cards.
Also, there will be food. So if you're feeling bored in the summer, I guess we'll hold it in like June or July or something. If you're feeling bored,
And we'll teach you how to play, of course, if you don't know.
oh yeah, they're pretty accommodating.
You just
So-
read the card, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm a media player.
Just
That's
read
all
the
you
card.
want.
And you just have the placemat that shows you where to put the cards. And then you
There's no place.
There's
I had placemats for Yu-Gi-Oh.
There's no place map for Magic.
You can.
Alright, so in addition to the Magic the Gathering draft tournament, which I'm sure you're all very excited about, we'll also be building the website over the summer. Okay? Building the Digital Designer Skills website. We have purchased a domain name,
Would you go with?
theddg.org. theddg.org. That is our domain name, and our website will be hosted on it.
For all of you with laptops out, you should go check it out.
Just
It might
anything
be.
It doesn't have anything on
Yeah.
it. It just says it doesn't connect to anything. Huh?
Dash?
No, no dash. It's just the
Only
DG.
my
Dashes
website
is so
love
much
have
cooler.
dashes. Love dashes.
So, I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know how many of you people are actually interested in working on a website. I mean, I don't mind doing it by myself, but I mean, it's always good to have other people working on a project, so I just don't get to have my way every time
Who here likes web design and has some electives that they have to take?
I spell it, so.
I can argue
I have
to a
look at
teacher
it.
that they could get an independent study so that you can do it as a class.
That sounds interesting.
3 credits. It's a 3-credit class per semester. They're not very hard. They're not a lot of
I
work.
think I'm taking web design this semester.
You're taking 155.
Yeah, I'm taking 150 and 155.
Yeah, me too.
Cool.
You and Mark.
So, if anybody is interested in that, just let me know, or I can just make the damn thing by myself, and I will get all the credit for it.
I'll stand over his shoulder and yell at him.
Nope. So, with that said, that's it for the summer funding. We need some ideas for what you guys want to do next year. Are there any ideas for events that you would like to hold next year?
Do like a laser tag thing?
Laser tag. I appreciate that.
Do we have paintball?
Yeah.
No,
would be
laser
better.
tag's less messy.
Paintball's more.
Paintball!
Laser tag is more likely because there's already a paintball club.
Paintball inflicts pain.
That's
He
what
needs
I'm
pain
saying.
in this club.
Okay, laser tag, I like that idea. I'm gonna also put LARPing up there, just to be a
No. What did I say about LARPing in this club?
Paintball.
Okay, so now for some actual suggestions, Brian, yep.
Like it was, I can't remember which it was, like, I think we did it last year, we went to the parking lot and, we had to capture the king or something, I can't remember.
Oh, we did the live action game where it was.
Yeah.
I was thinking like.
You wanna do like a?
I
that
did
was a-
look-
that-
that's a
Yeah,
good
that was
idea.
actually, that was with Michael Rapkevian for a game.
Oh, you guys play tested or
Yeah, his game.
that thing that he had to make with Arduino? You wanna do a live
That
action?
wasn't Arduino.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Especially,
Oh,
That was a social media
oh,
game.
so, okay. Alright, so we'll talk about some sort of live action game.
because if we can
Lab.
start running around.
Although last time I checked, LARPing is a live
Yeah, I was
action
gonna say,
game.
it's not LARPing.
Yeah.
There's a difference between LARPing and playing capture the flag.
Greg, you have a suggestion? Your hand up?
Yeah, I was suggesting paintball as well. And also, yeah, and also,
Fireballs.
what?
Fireball? No.
Fireball.
No.
Greg?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe probably some other competitions to go along with the seminar, like music competition, art, to add along to the bigs.
Yeah.
Probably like additions to it.
Okay.
Last year we did try to do a music competition, but not enough people signed up for us to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
My
So
question to that was, what kind of music competition?
Just make a song.
eclectic. Eclectica.
Well, if you wanted it towards the right people. So
Yeah. In fact, there's another club starting out next semester that
what's
is
it called?
focused on music and video editing. Posted, I think Joel Stevenson's going to be, the guy that did the Audacity and FL Studio workshops is going to be the president of that club. So maybe we can work with them to try to get something there. I don't know. But that's a possibility for future big stuff. Jamie?
Can we do field trips? I'm just questioning
possible to do field trips?
Speaking of field trips.
Because it would be nice if like everyone went to the Smithsonian to see
I
the.
mean, it wouldn't be that nice.
I mean, just go to the game art. I'm just saying.
I see what you're saying. It's certainly possible for us to go on a field trip, but I'd like to remind everyone that we are not made of money. So, that field trips are kind of expensive. We have to rent a bus, we have to rent a person to drive the bus.
Or you can just get some train.
Well, it's not a field trip then, it's just us
How
going
is catching
somewhere.
a train not a field trip?
Yeah, you can just like
Yeah.
pay for
Have you
the
ever watched
Honest
Mass?
Society,
So
Just pay
$14
for
a
the
person
train.
both ways.
yeah,
Huh?
It's $14 a person from here to there,
Yeah.
using the mark and another 4 or 5.
So how much is it per person?
About $22 total.
Once again, I'm gonna remind everyone that we're not made of money, but we shoot for the stars, bro. Thanks, guy. Thanks, bro.
I mean, we can get NCB to host it.
You want oh god. We could.
Let's not be afraid.
We could also shoot ourselves in the face.
Alright, anyway.
That doesn't sound as fun.
So field trip, suggested places for such a field trip, what are your ideas?
Hacks.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Well,
What's that?
That's doable.
Don't you have to be a developer to go back?
So it's funny because E3 sent me a thing to register, but I can't register. 'Cause I don't have a
So we
company.
have the Art of Video Games exhibit. Any other ideas for field trips?
Facts.
We could try to get a field trip to one of the game companies.
Yeah.
That would be
That's
awesome.
That'd be smart.
Will they give us a tour like Bethesda or something?
If we plan it, we can probably do.
Exactly.
could go a field
So-
trip to an arcade.
Game company
That would be
sounds
cool.
entirely legitimate. Game company sounds very legitimate on my end. Is this a suggestion for another field trip locale or anything?
This is a suggestion for another event or two events. I have.
Okay, we'll come back. Are there any others? Calm down.
I mean, he's running for events, man. It's all about them events.
I know. Are there any other suggestions for places we could go on a
As far as
field trip
arcade,
to?
like you
Instead of an arcade. We're not gonna take a
I
field
was
trip.
gonna say
to an
Disney
arcade.
Quest, like, cause you could look at the classic games so that way you can get an idea.
Let's
You always
go to
gotta
a-
look at the past.
Let's go to a playground.
I was actually gonna suggest something.
You know, there's a playground in Boulder Hill Park.
Yeah, we could all go to the park and play basketball and
Let's
other
roll
games.
around in the mud,
Is there
guys.
anything we can
John Steve might not like
Let's play on
that
the
because there are
seesaw.
different kinds of interactivity going on there.
What happened? I didn't even hear you.
So John Steve might not like going to the park because there are different roles for different players when you play games in the park.
I don't understand.
He's trolling.
Wii U.
But there's one person who doesn't have a touch.
Alright,
Alright,
maybe
so-
not troll.
So no more ideas. Okay.
No, I was. No,
Field trip?
yeah, if we did like a park, we
Okay.
could combine that with LARPing, and we could have like a live action Minecraft thing where you have to build like something. Like,
We know what's
it
wrong.
makes sense in my head.
Let's go to the beach and make sandcastles.
All right.
Watch me kill a shark.
Hey, can we make a second life group?
What? Guys. Kurt, what's your next idea?
I think that arcade things are really cool, and if we can't reserve one, we should go somewhere where they have one, like pinball, Pac-Man, Galaga. Find somewhere that does that. Galaga.
Galaga.
That does that and do that.
I know there's the pinball museum down in the harbor.
There's a pinball museum?
Yeah, right next to Barnes and Nobles. You
Really?
pay. Really?
Okay, so we're going to.
So pinball museum is another potential place that we can go.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right.
Can we talk about new events now?
So a new kind of event. Wesley hasn't just said one yet. Calm down.
I haven't said one either.
You have.
Is there any plans to do any sort of social gatherings at the start of the semester so that we can introduce new people to the club?
Oh yeah, we'll probably have some sort of.
We should overtake the student center.
Because something.
That is so incredibly hard to do.
So yeah.
Everyone in black t-shirts.
We have our beginning of the semester
Black ski
meeting.
mask.
where-
No, everybody wear like something that has like DDG written on it. For
Yeah.
the whole first week.
Can I talk about the time?
And not change.
I don't see why not.
What's this? Thank you.
We can at least ask it.
It's just we're in the middle of something else. After the. All right. Now Steve, go ahead.
Can we do like how we were planning on doing like the massive Dungeons and Dragons? Could we do that?
Hmm?
Since it's its own event?
The what?
the massive Dungeons and Dragons.